Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. It's the end of May of 2024. It's the end of my Star Wars Pens in Use month. How did I get on? How do I rank the pens? Join me now, down on the table. We'll take a final look at each pen and I'll give it a ranking. Welcome down to the table. It's time to rank the pens that I've been using this month. So we started the month with a Jinhao 95, a Jinhao 9056, a Jinhao 100, the Conklin All-American, a Diplomat Aero, and then the beast of the pen, the Visconti Homo Sapiens. I think it's obvious which pen is going to be number one, but let's look at the other pens. So we're going to start with a pen I'm putting in at position number 6. I had to think hard about this, and I've decided to give it to the Jinhao 9056. Very nice shape, very nice size, comfortable in the hand. Converter, still got a little bit of ink left in there. Very economical on ink, but that's because I haven't really used it as much as I've used the other ones. And that's down to the nib. So this is not the nib it came with. It came with a medium nib, but I've swapped it for this cursive italic. Most of the time it's nice, it gives nice line variation as we can see here. But what I'm finding is, certainly on cheaper paper, which is what I use most of the time, it catches. And you can feel it really rough on the paper, which really spoils the whole feel of the pen, the whole way it writes. So unfortunately, in my rankings, I've had to rank this and put it in at position number 6. So that's Jinhao 9056. Position number 5. Again, had to think hard about this. This one goes to the Jinhao 95. I love this green colour. I love the subtle shaping that we've got on the pen. It looks really nice. It looks quite attractive. Very professional looking. And, you know, it's $11, really, really reasonably priced. Like the ink that I've had in it, this Robert Oster green is, well, as it says, it's green. It's a cartridge converter. There we go. This has already been cleaned out. Why I'm marking it down is more the section. It's very thin. It's metal. I can feel my fingers sliding on it when I'm writing with it, which is a shame. Now, because it's thin, I am holding tighter, so that does reduce the amount of sliding, but it's still there. There's a tiny lip at the bottom. I hold my pens down near the bottom, so at least I do know that I'm not going past that as I'm writing. The nib, although it's one of the smaller nibs, it's very, very nice. Puts down a nice line. It says medium. I think this is more on the fine side of medium rather than what I would call a true medium. But again, it doesn't matter. It writes nicely. Lets me get ideas out of my head and onto paper. It's the thinness though. Lengthwise is fine. Can post it if I want to. Actually not too bad posted. Doesn't feel too back heavy. Just the thinness of the section. That's the main reason that this has been marked down. So this comes in at position number 5. So that was a Jinhao 95. Let me just move this up so we get rid of them top 2. We've already ranked those. So can we get all the rest on the page? So position number 3. Bit controversial this one. Position number 3. I'm going to give it to the Diplomat Aero. Nothing wrong with the pen. It's beautiful. It writes really nicely. It's an unusual shape. Bit like, I always think it's a bit like a Zeppelin, like the Hindenburg. Very nice pen. The cap pulls off. One of the things I don't like about it, I'd love the cap if it twisted off. What I tend to do is I forget that and I go and start doing this and I end up unscrewing the body, which is a shame. So again, part of the reason why it's marked down. Cartridge converter. Still got ink in it. Very generous with ink. Use the pen a lot. I really do like it. So it's, you know, it's a nice, generous pen. The section, just about the right width. Still does feel a little bit teeny on the narrow side, but not unusably so. It's a metal section, and I do find this is a very slippy, even compared to the 95. This is more slippy than the 95. and I do find my fingers slip around a bit on this. We do have the lip at the bottom again, so I do know when I'm at the bottom. We've got a number 6 size nib, Diplomat nib there. This is a broad, beautiful broad line as we can see here. The ink, the Diamine Eau de Nil, beautiful nice blue colour. One of my favourite blues, I've got to be honest, because it's unusual. It's not just that plain old boring blue. It's got a little bit of extra depth to it, which I really like. Nicely wet, so it's nice for taking my notes. Works well on all the papers I've got. It's purely the section. That's why I've marked it down. Lengthwise, not too bad. Again, it's one, it will sort of post. Doesn't feel extra heavy when it's posted, but I do find this is nice and comfortable to use unposted. But I'm ranking my pens, so this comes in at position number 4. So that was the Diplomat Aero. Just dropping in to interrupt your regular programming. Would you like to help support the channel? If so, please consider joining as a member. As a member, you'll get early access to my videos. I normally upload them a couple of days before they go out, and as soon as they're uploaded, they'll be released to members. There'll also be a shout out at the end of the videos, and then as we get the members coming in, we'll actually chat among ourselves and work out what other perks, what other things you'd like me to add in. Would you like maybe a monthly live chat just for members? All down to us. So please, if you can, consider joining the channel. A link will be in the description down below. Position number 3. So this one goes to the Jinhao 100. This is the Centennial in deep sea blue. Lovely colours in this. Lovely shape. It's a bit like that Parker Duofold type shape. Not overly heavy, but not overly light. It's another one which is a cartridge converter. This time though, we've got a plastic section, which is a lot nicer to work with. In the hand, very, very nice. Nice length, nice shape, nice feel. Does post, but again, I find I don't need to use it posted, so this is how I use it. The section, nice width, a little bit wider than what we saw on the Diplomat Aero. And to be honest, this is one of the reasons why I like this. It's just that sweet spot for me of width. So my fingers aren't pressed together, but conversely, they're not miles apart. It's just comfortable to use, comfortable to hold. The nib, this is the Jinhao nib that came with it. It's a medium nib. Writes very well, writes consistently. Diamine Thunderbolt, again, it's a blue ink, but I can see hints of like red coming through. It's not a red sheen, it's like blue tending towards maybe the purple side. It's nice, looks nice, especially on cheap paper. I found this one looks really, really nice. And again, wetness wise, not too bad. So this comes in at position number 3. It always surprises me a bit when we have, a $22 pen beating a $270 pen. But I just try to be as open-minded as I can when I'm ranking these. So that was the Jinhao 100. 2 pens left. Let's just move this up. I bet you can guess which is number 2 then. That's the Conklin All-American. This is the red Courage model. So we've got there Courage. We've got Heartbeat there on the back. Exceptionally nice pen. Nice material, nice acrylic. Little bits of transparency. Threads work really nicely. We've got the converter. I need to wash this out again. This is one of the things I find, I don't know why, no matter how much I rinse them, some pens I just cannot get everything out. And what I do when I'm cleaning these out is I actually I use a blunt nose syringe, so I actually inject the water to get it all in and work the mechanism a few times. This might need to pass through my ultrasonic to really give it a good deep clean. Metal fittings, which is a shame because it would be nice if you could eyedropper this. I think that would look really good. We've got here a Yoho nib. So this is made to Conklin specifications. I like the black nib with the white body. I think it looks really nice. You got that there, that crescent shape there, that crescent breather hole. In the hand, again, it's just hitting that sweet spot for the width of the section. The section is a bit on the short side, but for me, it's perfect. I hold my pens down at the bottom, My fingers just rest there nicely on that section. Lengthwise, very nice. It's another one, will post. Feels very back heavy when it's posted. But all in all, it's a really enjoyable pen. And it could easily have come in at number 1 if it wasn't for the pen that is number 1. So this comes in at position number 2. So that's the Conklin All-American. So that leads us to the pen at position number 1. Say it, to be honest, a bit of a no-brainer. The Visconti Homo Sapiens. Wow, this is the Dark Age model. Absolutely stunning. Lava material. We've got these black bands going around. We've got the clip there representing the Ponto di Vecchio. I have actually seen that many, many years ago, before I was really into fountain pens. We did take a trip to Italy, so I have actually seen that bridge. I can't remember if we walked over it or not. The cap mechanism, this is the hook safe mechanism. So to open it, you literally twist it. You're twisting it only about 1/8 of a turn, and it comes off. To put it on, press it in, twist it, gain about 1/8 of a turn. The cap's then on. Very quick, very easy to uncap. So if you're sat in a meeting, you don't have to spend, seconds unwinding the cap. You just go off, and then you can go back on. I have refilled this pen once this month. It ran out of ink. Filled it with the same ink. I'm loving this Diamine Fireside Snug in this pen. I think it's a really nice combo. So we've got like the dark grey there, which reminds me a little bit of coal, of charcoal. Then we've got the Fireside Snugs. We've got the flames in your fire. We've got the glow of the embers. Just comes together to give it a really nice feel. All in all, very nice pen. Comfort-wise, yep, again, it's in that sweet spot there. Really nice to hold. And it's quite a nice length as well. So this comes in position number 1. So that was the Visconti Homo Sapiens. Let's just quickly fetch the pens in for one final look. Here's the pens. They're sitting in this month's pen roll, which is a Star Wars one. So position 6, the Jinhao 9056. Number 5, the Jinhao 95. Number 4, the Diplomat Aero. Number 3, the Jinhao 100 Centennial. Number 2, the Conklin All-American. And at position number 1, we've got that gorgeous Visconti Homo Sapiens. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Do you use a theme? What theme did you use this month? Did you use a Star Wars theme? What pens did you use? What was your favourite pen of the month? Please drop a comment down below. Let's kickstart the conversation. Please hit the thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.